that's the Pucker pick guard. This is my test plastic pick guard, which I'm going to pin on there and drill through for the control pots and the jack. And I've got these little bits of 16th rod, which hopefully I can persuade into the 16th holes to line everything up. One. You only need a couple, really. That's that secured. I've just got the 3 holes to spot through now. So we just need to pull those pins out carefully, and we have the three holes marked there. They're actually 1/8. Right, at this point I think I'm going to separate this pick guard from the template. So that's finished apart from the neck pocket, and that I will do with the pick guard actually on the body. And what I need to do now is open up, well, I say open up, I've got 2 holes in this that have had screws in that I can put the pick guard on with, and then I need to pilot hole the rest of the mounting holes. So I'm going to just open those 2 for attaching it while I route the neck pocket. Okay, so we have the neck removed. The pick guard should fit on. I've got 2 screw holes which line up, so I need to pop 2 screws in there and then spot all the other holes for the other screws. That's too big a bit for those screws. Okay, so that's quite nice. We just need to put 16 holes through. Into the body for the other pick guard screws. I suppose I ought to work round in some sort of order. Okay, that's all those done. I need to take this off and open these all up to take the screws and countersink them all, because I've not countersunk these 2. I'm going to do them all at the same time so as I can get them all the same depth. The next thing to do is to route this out to match the body. So I need to put the small flush trim bit back in the Bosch router and carefully cut that to the neck pocket. That doesn't look bad. The bevel doesn't come quite to the end where I routed it before. Let's offer the neck back up to that. That looks quite good. that looks fine. That does look quite nice. I'm pleased with that. Let's continue with the pickguard and drill the holes for putting the rest of the screws in, and open these out to take the controls, and then we need to wire the controls up. We need to take the pickups out, put the copper shielding in, put copper shielding on the back of this as well, and we need to fix the bridge down properly after taking the blue tape off. Okay, so I've drilled out all the holes. I've drilled out the holes for the pots and the jack. This volume pot has gone on quite nicely. It's obviously got to come off so as I can take the film off the front, but I've had to put a stack of washers in here to get it right for the knob. And a slight issue with the tone pot, it's obviously meant to go on a control panel, and it's got this little tag on the side, and I've used pots like this on other things where I've made them, and the idea is that you drill a hole and that sits in a hole to stop the pot rotating. But of course on here it means that when you put the pot through you can't actually get the pot in square, so I'm going to just nip that off so that the pot goes in square. The jack has actually got two lock nuts, or two nuts, so there's a nut and a lock nut, so I can adjust the position through the pickguard quite nicely with the jack. Okay, so fitted both the pots. I've got the knobs off again at the moment. I had a minor panic, offered it up to the body and it didn't go in properly. Of course, what you've got to do is put the pots in with the terminals facing each other, not facing out towards the edge, because of course there isn't room for the terminals if they're facing the edge. Simple really. Okay, so I've taken the bridge off. I've got all the holes marked for screwing it back down. I've got a rough outline drawn on there, and one of the things which I think I ought to do is earth the bridge. I'm sure on my old Shaftesbury Fender bass, or Shaftesbury P-bass copy, the bridge wasn't earthed. I do remember taking the bridge off at one time, can't remember, oh I know why. I changed the pickups and I didn't want to change the strings, so I took the bridge off so as I could lay the strings out of the way. I've got a nice long 3mm drill. I'm a bit nervous of trying to start it. I think I'm going to drill a hole down into the body, and then I can hook that in to the side of that hole. So if I drill a hole somewhere there, let's make a mark. I think that looks a good sort of spot. Let's put a pot mark in it. Let's have a 1/4" drill and just put a little dimple in there so that I've got somewhere to start the longer drill. So if I drill in there like that, I can now put this in there to hopefully go through into that cavity. I'm still slightly nervous about missing it. Let's just that out with the chisel so that I've got a slightly easier entry. Yeah, that looks good. So hopefully we're going to hit the cavity. This is a bit going down a lot more than I'd really like. We're not through the back, which is good. And we're in the cavity. Wow, quite low in the cavity, but we're in the cavity. That's good. Right. Let's put that back in its tube. Being that long, leaving them kicking about, time to get in bent. Right. I'm going to this temporary centre line that I've drawn here. I'm going to run that round to mark where the strap button is going to go.